Are you looking to uncover the hidden mysteries of the world? Well, brew up some tea and have your quill ready, because I, the Archivist, have discovered a truly unique group of individuals. This collection is known by the name Cornelia Co., though what the Co is still eludes me. But they have been all over Aventide, getting into trouble, uncovering secrets, and even pulling on the threads of fate themselves. I should know, because I've been traveling with them.
Their journey began some time before with a mysterious invite from a stranger that took them deep into the Darthwoods, the Forest of the Dead. And that's where they came upon a most unsavory figure by the name of Daye, the spitting image of an old companion.
Interestingly enough, Daye and their friend were merely fragments of a powerful god king, Ellazar the Deathless. One of 10 fragments to be exact. This god king Ellazar shattered himself along with the world thousands of years ago, leaving his fragments scattered throughout the world. And shattered he lay for 1,000 years. But to hide power like Ellazar's forever would be impossible. Now the oracles of Aventide have envisioned his return, and whispers of his ending slumber echo through the halls of fate. Unless they could collect these fragments and bring them together, who knows what destruction a shattered god could bring. Now Cornelia Co. sets off on yet another journey to collect more pieces of Ellazar. They've evaded giant lava monsters and fishmen with the pointiest of sticks. They've even rid Aventide of the notorious Crimson Madness, but not without a few close calls along the way. Now, fate leads them north to my home and the land of the elves, a place where the greatest minds of Aventide live, a place where every elf's heart is, a place called Morrigan. Though I shan't think Cornelia Co. will be greeted with open arms or a smile, but, Cornelia, did you bring that elven wine? You might need it. Welcome to MinusOneCharisma Dungeons and Dragons channel. It's Monday night, which means we're playing our Hex of Ellazar. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this? Why is that? What? All right. I know it went wrong. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh. Ignore me. There it is. Boom. I was like, I know that this is a user error, but had to figure out why. How's everyone doing today? Yeah? I do kind of like your Easy Bake Coven shirt. I just saw that. We should get an Easy Bake Cullen shirt. What's he doing? That guy's driving through. So in other news, my dad went to Ireland to do this like touring folk guitar thing. Kind of amazing, right? Yeah. He's playing. He's like learning folk, and then they have like this. There's like a teacher. They learn all these folk guitar songs from Ireland,
and then they go and they just play in pubs every single night. Well, they would have, but he got off the plane and then tested positive for COVID. So everyone, I just want, since it's on my mind, be careful. Diseases are out there. It's on my mind because my daughter sneezed in my face a few times today, and I thought, Really? Oh. What? Suspect. I don't know why that's... Yeah, why is it not playing desktop audio? Guys, why is it not playing desktop audio? Oh, you know what? You know what?
True.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, wait, pass it over. Wait, oh no, you're passing from this side. Yeah.
You know what? I think it would have been. I think it would have been a better stream with just me.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Just saying.
head.
See you later.
In that case, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, see you later. Have a good night.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
oh, they're back. Hey, what's up? Hey.
Guys, sorry. Entire stream real quick. I love having the power to do this.
I don't like giving any power to any of you. In fact, you're all level 1. I feel like if you were all level 1, you'd all just like, all right, well, done playing this campaign. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
I don't know. Can I still do a D6 damage? Perfect. Okay, we're good.
That's always my favorite thing because in all my years of playing, the one thing I know is like you can like temporarily take people's gear or some levels or some powers away, but you like if you actually take like players' gear away, they're like, I would rather my character just dies than you take my
I don't think
stuff.
it's that bad.
Dude,
I don't
kill me.
have any gear, so go for it. Take mine.
I'd be like, oh, trust, I took your loot-a-lele and all your
voice?
gear.
Oh, like my voice away from me? Like that?
I didn't take it away. You traded it away. That's a big
Well?
distinction.
Well, you made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Speaking of Daye,
Yeah.
what happened last week?
Right, so, last week we're still in the weird castle with the haberdasher man, and we still haven't found him, but we're still collecting the long thieves, the big long thieves. And we started, and there was this cute little lava girl, except she was spewing lava everywhere, and we were like, oh, God, jeez. And we left, so we didn't burn up. And then Foot was like, you can go in that room with the beast that'll kill you, or you can go in the room with that priest who will probably also kill you. And we were like, let's take the priest, sounds less dangerous. And then we were walking, and there were all these creepy pictures of people on the walls, and I tried to take one down. Don't do that, it screamed, it bled, the big stompy man came, and we hid, and then we were like, all right, that didn't go well, I apologized, and we went to go to the priest, and there were all these people in the pews with their eyes gouged out, and they was just staring up, and we couldn't hear him. We stuck wax in our ears in case he was like preaching, and we were gonna get all charmed and stuff, but he wasn't speaking from his mouth. So all of that arguing over that plan was for naught. And so we went through, and if you got closer to him, you got charmed by him, and I think it was Cornelia probably got charmed first because she's got bad luck, and then I did actually. And then Rezik, maybe, I really can't remember. The point is, everyone kept their eyes because we just started attacking him, but then all the zombies started glowing red eyes, and they started attacking us, but Rezik came in and just destroyed the priest, stabbed him in the head with a bunch of ice, and that was really cool. And I did nothing useful because I couldn't be uncharmed. And then we had to fight all the zombies once he was dead. And Kelwise was like, hey guys, look at that painting in the back. It's got a tooth in it. Maybe that's how we get the tooth. And so then I ran over there and I tried to get the tooth. And I think someone ripped it and it came out. But then this big creepy hands started trying to come out. And there was a big scary warrior. And Kelwise was like, oh yes, I was going to warn you about that. And then we tried. Skid couldn't find anyone. And then found Rezik. And then there's zombies crawling everywhere. And I tried to blast the man away. But we didn't get the hole covered up. But we got out of there, and we got the tooth, and we're all alive. But there's definitely an evil man from a painting that's probably gonna come after us.
All right, yeah, that was the whole thing. Good job. Great. Nice.
Normal clap. Yeah.
Nicely done.
Seconds before,
Nice.
you all were riding on the back of a dragon, flying through a room made of darkness with red eyes beaming out at you, creatures falling from the ceiling trying to attack you. You guys crash land into the white marbled landing, aptly named. You guys crashed, fall to the ground as all those beings stop right at the precipice of this church, glaring at you. The ones who had passed it had just turned into ash and burned up. You all hear that painting in the distance tearing, the ink flooding out of it. And beside you, you see a familiar creature, Foot, who has reappeared in the landing, wide-eyed, staring at all of you. That was pretty crazy. Y'all are a bunch of psychopaths. Yeah, but we should probably
we're pretty
go.
nuts. Yeah,
We should probably
and I'm gonna go
get out of here. Yeah? Alright.
Agreed.
Hey, big dragon boy, how are you gonna fit through that door? You're so gigantic.
Good question. And I'm gonna cast Reduce on myself and become like a smaller white dragon.
You're like a bitty mega dragon now.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, doesn't seem quite right.
Itty? Itty dragon.
But I'm still bigger than you are.
Itzy. Oh,
Okay.
what's
we should
that
get going.
back there? And you guys look into the darkness. Those red eyes, thousands of pairs of red eyes are now along the walls, along the ceiling, all just still, deathly still, not a blink in the room. And a shadow, despite all that darkness, a shadow moves. You hear the sound of hooves moving through the room, and in the darkness you can see the silhouette of a being, a humanoid, on a large, what looks like a large clop in the darkness, holding a spear.
Okay, unless you want to say
Just
hi to this
standing
guy
in the
who pushed
back.
it going.
What do you think the chances are that we could sick our large metallic friend who's been following us on that guy over there?
Ooh.
Seems like a little bit
Smart.
risky,
That's smart.
but
You
it
could
be a
try
thing.
it. I mean, you should go ahead and try it. I
No,
think.
that sounds awful.
No, I mean, I think you should do it.
Oh! Could I possibly use? I don't know if this is a way I can use the spell, but could I use thaumaturgy to like clang off his metal?
Clang off his metal?
Like the metal of this warrior man? Like, is he wearing armor?
A hard tell, but it seems like he was. Yeah, it seems like the same
Did we not see
knight
him in
who
the
was
painting?
depicted in the painting.
Yeah. Is that?
He did
is
have
that
that
a way,
big gauntleted hand.
Is that a way? Is that a proper way to use thaumaturgy, or is that not a way that it
I
works?
believe thaumaturgy can just make a sound, right?
Yeah.
Or is that prestidigitation? I can never remember.
I can make a sound. I can make sound, tremors, flames. I can make my
Yeah.
voice boom.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Should I like make his armor go like clangity clang clang clang?
Sure. Before we do that,
Wait,
what's the
first?
plan? Are we going to go, in the new door room, or are we going to go down the hall with the paintings before we make a clang clang noise really loudly?
Well, it'll probably go down the hallway, so we probably shouldn't be in that. We shouldn't be like
Right.
in its way.
Okay, so new door
Yeah.
then probably.
Yeah. The new door that we didn't go on last time. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
to the east lies a finely crafted dark wooden door that looks much newer than everything else in this place.
Should we open the door that we came into so that he hears it and they assume that we left the door and so they'll like meet in the hallway or something?
Ooh, that's kind of smart.
Open it with my mage hand so he doesn't see us.
Whatever we do, I just would like to argue for a night's sleep. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pretty useless in our next fight.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very tired and exhausted, and like I need a long nap.
Yeah. All right, let's act. Are we doing that then? And then we'll sleep, hopefully, in this small room.
Hopefully, it depends on what we find inside the door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
check what's
check
in
this
there
out
first.
before. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, guys.
Okay.
I'll check for
Yeah, I'm
traps.
gonna go ahead and go over and check the door out and see if it's Wait, actually, Cornelia, do you mind
Okay.
just checking for any traps or anything before this?
I didn't find anything.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I
Rolled a
I
9.
trust you with my life, so
I
I'm
mean,
gonna now try to.
It
open this
doesn't
door.
look like there's any traps. I mean, you look, the door jams actually doesn't give much room. It's been very well placed in this, and it fits almost perfectly within the door jam. So unlike most doors, you can't really see under or above, but you don't see anything with the string or any traps or anything like that attached to it.
Want me to go in first?
Yeah, go for it. But
I can go in.
slowly.
I'm feeling pretty good. Slowly open
Okay.
the door.
You open the door and it smoothly opens in a rush of like cool, almost fresh scented air hits your nostrils, and you start to get hints of plant life, the outdoors, notes of dirt and
I think this might go
dew.
outside.
And as you kind of look into this room, you notice that there's this, what looks like a study. There just seems to be scrolls and books and ink kind of haphazardly placed, not in disarray, but just kind of quickly paced and piled up all over this room. And to the easternmost wall, you see this humongous, what looks like a skull of some kind of creature with massive teeth. And you notice that 4 of those teeth are missing.
Oh, so this is where we're supposed to put them all back in together.
Yeah. But we're still missing one of them.
Yeah, it's
So
in the room
probably
with the
couldn't-
beast.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, it seems like maybe a place we can take a stop and breather for a moment. Maybe we should
Yeah.
head in and.
Does it seem like that,
Look
Jaymes?
around.
Does it seem like we're pretty far away from the big mouth with the teeth?
I mean, the room is only like 25 feet across, so that the big skull kind of takes up most of one of the walls and sticks out maybe a quarter of the way into the room.
Foot. Is Foot still with us?
Yeah? What's up?
Does Haberdash ever come out of his place, or does he just stay in there?
No, it comes out all the time. It has his like little avatars that he sends down here when he knows this something's wrong.
And he comes out of that mouth over there?
Yeah, that's the way up to his like factory. When
Probably
he does all his
shouldn't-
like
Yeah.
gobbledygook smells. I've only been there once when he made me, and then he threw me out.
I'm confused then. So if this is his only way in and out, then how can he do that without the teeth that are missing?
Magic?
Doesn't
Right.
make much sense.
He sends the avatars out, and then I don't know. Probably just disposes of them after they're done.
But how do they come out if there's no like? Is the teeth just to go up, and can anyone come down even without the teeth there? Or
Probably. I don't know.
Maybe there's another way
it's
down,
like-
but not another way up.
Maybe.
Maybe. But I have seen it like open, and then sometimes it smashes shut and chops up whatever's inside.
with all the teeth, or with some still missing?
Some are still missing. You know, he can open it from the inside probably. I don't pretend to know about all the magic and such. Like this whole tower is like kind of a part of him. You know, it's like it's a tower and he's Haberdash, but like he is the tower. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I don't really understand
I'm
it
standing
much
by no.
either myself.
Well,
So I'm so sorry.
Haberdash, you're very good at hiding and being safe, right?
Pride myself on it.
So, where could we safely get a night's sleep in here? Where where it would probably be the safest.
The safest? Yeah, probably in that. Well, the tombs, but that's all full of lava now. And you've got
Safest.
you know, it's probably. I mean, you did kill all of his workers in the exchange room, so he's probably gonna send like an avatar down to see what's wrong soon.
Do I need spell slots for my webs?
For your webs? What
Yeah,
webs?
I've got out of my spider butt. Oh, but they're fire webs,
Oh.
aren't they?
It uses the same spell slot as web. I think that's second level.
Okay. I was gonna say I could web everyone to
Think?
the ceiling and go
Uh-oh.
sleep for the night.
Something just happened. I lost all audio.
Oh, jeez. Third slow
This
class.
happens a lot to
Classic.
me. I'm sorry. Why is this
Yeah.
not to say?
Everyone understands this, though.
It's like I think that
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just hear baby sounds in the back, and that's really all I care about.
It is cute.
All right, there we go. Is there like a
It is
baby screaming in the
cute.
background?
Oh yeah,
Not screaming.
no, not screaming, just
That's-
babbling.
You hear it. You hear that
No,
in the background of the
No.
tower.
No.
Somewhere deep within the
No.
tower is
No.
a baby trying to communicate.
No.
And despite her best efforts,
All right, we have
It's
to go now and
unintelligible.
save this baby.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can try and sleep, but like, unless you're like me, you'll probably like get stomped on or beaten or killed. Like, I can sleep like, and it kind of crawls up onto the ceiling, and then goes, and kind of blends in with the shadow. This is what I usually sleep.
I mean,
Maybe you can do it, Trust, but you've got to take that like big hiney you've got now and stick it somewhere. Probably gonna be hard to hide that. I mean, it's real bulbous.
Yeah.
Hear me out, and this is my only argument in favor of going in this room right here with the big mouth is if the avatars come up and down through here, we probably have a pretty good chance of catching them off guard. If they are to just shoot through this mouth, we'll be there waiting. You know, as long as we take shifts and no one gets sucked into a mirror or anything else this time, I think we'll be okay as far as sleeping, maybe getting a little bit of rest. The issue is if more than one avatar comes out and a force of creatures come out of this, and then we're in trouble. We're fighting in a small room,
I guess
cramped quarters.
an important question would be, does he see through the eyes of the avatars, or is he waiting for them to report back? Because if he sees through the eyes, he would know immediately. But if they report back and we keep killing them, that would work, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there are just too many question marks when it comes to the
don't
avatar. We
actually
question
know
this
how
around
the
too much.
avatars work. But they're real flimsy. You could probably like stomp one real easy if you wanted.
either way, we need to sleep right now, right? Which I'm personally not a fan of because time is in fact ticking. But if we think overall we're going to have a better chance if we rest, then that's fine. If there's no safer place than here, regardless, we can just... If we have to fight someone who comes down, we fight them either way.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Basically.
So do we just stay here? That way we can do the thing in the room with the clippy cloppy guy and make sounds, and then...
Well, I feel like the sooner we get rid of him, the better. Like, if we can
Well,
do it how you
do
guys
that.
said, getting the metal guy to attack him would be nice.
Oh, we send that out. We open the door, send that out, close the door, maybe put a chair against it or something.
Bookshelf, maybe.
The problem of the bookshelf is, like, what if when an avatar comes out of the mouth and then we're just sitting there with a bookshelf in the way? Chair might be easier to move.
Tactically, now we're talking about having an enemy in front and behind us potentially, which is would not be great at the same time.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, there's no great scenario here. I think maybe we just leave Clippy Cloppy alone, and we just, like you guys said, just stay here and try to sleep.
Did he not
be as
see
quiet as
us
possible.
coming here?
Yeah, did he not? Wouldn't he just be searching
There's
for
just
it?
one long hallway.
Is
Well, we
Clippy
could
Cloppy
still-
the knight or the big metallic guy?
No,
A night.
The knight. It seems like the knight is just standing over in that room, right, DM, or are they approaching us?
Do you want to go check?
No.
If he hasn't come out the door yet, then
He hasn't. He didn't come out of the door while you were watching.
Okay.
did he come out when we weren't watching?
If he can't come out... If he didn't come out, what if he's stuck in that room?
Yeah, like
theory.
all the guys with the eyes seem to be stuck in
He
the
would
room
have he would have followed us out if he could have, no?
too. I would presume.
All right, somebody maybe will have a couple people come and listen through the door and see if we can hear any footsteps, maybe. Whoever's got big ears, I got big ears, so I'm gonna roll.
I'll put my ear to the door.
I have
and see
some
if I
decent
hear
ears.
some clippy clopping.
Well, the three of us?
Yeah, that's perception check. Jaymes, can we roll
Yeah.
for that?
Mhm.
I rolled a 23.
Okay.
16.
You guys listen through that very thick door, and you don't seem to hear anything currently. That room seems to be pretty silent.
That's good.
Maybe we should just take our
Are you-
chances and sleep here.
Sleep,
We
not
could.
even bother sending the sound down.
Yeah. Save the spell slot.
I feel like that might be better because if it doesn't work, then we're just drawing another large creature here. So if we have to attack just this one,
yeah,
that's
maybe
better, I
maybe
guess.
keep it in the back of our mind just in case we do need a distraction. I don't know. If it'd
Definitely.
be, yeah. You get what I mean.
By the way, gang, I was just thinking back on the map of like where we've been so far, and that one room that we had to kind of pass by this very large, I think it was a demon or dragon statue, and we had Loaf with us still.
coin?
That room was kind of a choke point where the big metallic guy couldn't follow us into that room, I believe. Could that be a potentially good room as well to maybe consider?
I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I'll have to defer to you if you think it's
it was the room
good.
that
I
kinda,
do
like,
recall.
led into this
Got nothing.
floor, and basically it was like the room and then the big dragon statue and then that little guy that was offering the coin, remember? And then
Yeah.
there was two ways we can go after that.
Yeah.
And I believe that first room was kind of like a choke point where the big guy couldn't get through it and attack us, and we were able to go and kind of be okay for a second before the next rooms came up.
Yeah, but
What
how
was that?
far away is that, and would we get killed trying to get there?
I don't believe it was that far away, honestly. I think it was only
Was
like
that
down
a
the hall
hallway
and-
you couldn't fit down before because you were big? But now you're a bit smaller of a dragon?
Yeah, I'm smaller now, so I should be able to fit okay.
As you guys are talking, Cornelia, as you're keeping your ears peeled, you start to hear a soft, distant sound coming from overhead. Almost like
Overhead?
Yeah, from the ceiling. Almost like someone humming.
Oh, no one looked up.
I'm just gonna put my hands up, like, quiet, everyone,
High five?
and listen.
And you
See
look
if
up to the
anyone-
ceiling and you see, Cornelia, there's actually almost hidden in the ceiling's kind of ornately designed, hidden in this design work is what looks like a circle of some kind of arcane nature. And it's the ink drawn on starts to just hum ever so slightly, and you start to hear a sound.
Yeah, we should leave.
I think that's the other way down.
It starts to get a little bit louder.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, let's.
Another way down. We probably should.
Oh,
probably should
now
go. I think
Back out of the door. Back out of the door. Back out of the door.
Or should we
As you
catch
guys-
this guy?
As you guys are deliberating,
We already walked
a
up.
being falls out of the ceiling.
Oh God.
You close the door.
Oh, when James just talks over our decisions.
Well, Cornelia said she was staying.
We were all like,
That was her
"We're going,
decision."
We're going.
Well, she didn't
We
say she was
dragged
going.
Cornelia.
Okay. Cornelia is standing there. Should we stay? And is dragged out of the room as the door closes and something hits the floor that looks eerily like a humanoid.
Go back to that other room that you were mentioning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
You
we
hear
should
someone
run.
Okay.
We have
stand
to run
up.
through the paintings. Let's.
Go.
We're running as silently as we can.
Okay, you guys all quickly rush down the hallway. There's no sign of that metal automaton walking around right now. You guys walk back to that hallway with the dragon statue, and immediately as you do, the dragon's eyes light up, and they offer you a golden coin.
Nope, thank you. No, big bye. Bye.
There were two there earlier, and I just keep walking by.
And you guys continue to walk by and back into that initial room.
Yeah. Yeah, ignore it.
Is Loaf still there?
And Loaf kind of looks up.
No.
Hi there, love. Hey, buddy.
A friend.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Love.
Scratchies.
Who's doing
And
that?
it kind of like walks straight up to your face and
Oh, okay. That's different.
it kind of just falls over on its side.
Oh, belly rubs.
I feel safer in here. I don't know.
As you
Maybe
guys
it's
are
the-
Sleeping
Cat
side
thoughts.
of love.
kind of keeping your ears open,
Good.
you do start to hear someone walking. Heavy-ish footsteps, not like an automaton, but like someone maybe unbalanced walking down the hall. And you
Can I
hear
just-
kind of a murmuring. No.
Okay,
What's
we
up?
will just be as quiet as possible and hide, I guess. Or what do we do?
Yeah, should we set up a trap by the store, just like a net?
A net is a good idea. I have a
I
feeling
love it. I love it.
catching whoever this is
Possibility.
might be better than us killing them.
Catching him and trying to talk to him, or just talking to him and then if they don't listen, trapping him.
Okay.
Which
Oh.
is
just-
the just trapping.
Just
Try and
Snuff him
talk.
out immediately, because like I'm sure the guy can see maybe through him. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That is very likely. I like what if
Yep, I love it.
yeah, I haven't told you yet, but what if
Okay,
we
I love it though.
threw a sheet or some sort of blanket or something over this creature's head as it comes through the door, so it's like effectively trapped, but more over it's blinded, so it can't see like how many of us there are and where we are. Do you think that might help? I like that idea.
Sounds good.
And the footsteps
Sure.
walk
We have
down
one?
that hallway,
We have
and
a
then they
trap.
seem to walk
We can
off
hold 'em.
down towards the room with the fire the magma elemental. It kind of walks past your hallway.
Well, safe for now.
Okay.
No. Let them come to us. If they're, yeah, we don't need to go after whomever this is. I don't think. Let's be safe for now. Keep an eye out. Keep this room cased out. Guard the door. And how many entrances are there to this room? Just 2?
To the south is that broken stairwell up. Behind you is that massive gargoyle statue that is now not facing you. And to the north is that door that right outside is the statue. So there's just a door to the north and a big stairwell to the south.
So we really only have to hopefully guard one door. That's not too bad.
So 2 of us should watch it. One person to do the sheet and the other person to do the grapple.
Yeah.
While the others sleep.
Like
Do we want to sleep inside a loaf?
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
Loaf, here's his name, and
Hey, can we sleep in? Can we sleep in you?
starts to lick your face.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say that might be a yes. So I don't mind taking first watch because I'm not feeling too bad.
I'll go with first watch too. It was my stupid plan. So
First.
I can technically as well. I'm not hurting too bad, so. Trust definitely needs to sleep. She looks terrible. And then
Is there
Resin.
James, you. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, is there any sense of 3 of us staying up?
Are we doing one grapple, one person? I thought you said 2 people grappling.
I mean, I can grapple alone, probably.
yeah, maybe just one person grabs the feet, the other person drapes the tarp, cinches it tight real quick, and maybe you hit him over the head if you have to.
Oh,
I'll sleep too then. Sounds
maybe
good
they
to
can
me.
walk this time.
Yeah.
All right.
And then James, we're saying in front of us is a door or behind us is a door?
To the north,
Like
there's a
past the gargoyle?
door. You guys came through a
past the
door.
gargoyle was a door.
To get in here. And past the gargoyle is the stairs leading down.
Okay.
To the south is the stairs.
Copy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast the alarm spell in the entranceway of where we're kind of guarding next to the gargoyle, so I can know if someone comes through it, if they're invisible. And yeah, I will either take a rest or I'll just stay up and help out. Whatever you guys need me to do, let me know.
Take a nap.
Let's say take a nap. Go to sleep.
Are you guys sure?
Right.
You guys start to sleep.
I'm spooning
Skid.
Cornelia.
I was just curious. When he sleeps, is
tired.
that considered? How long is he small?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's up to James. We talked about this being a
Well,
possible.
this room
thing,
has
but-
this room is like 15 feet wide. This hallway is much bigger. So even when he does go to his full form, he can fit in this long
I
corridor.
just didn't know if he was going into loaf as little and just
Oh no.
absolutely obliterate loaf, just chunks of him on the wall.
from the inside. Just
Loaf
Yeah.
is surprisingly stretchy.
Free.
Good.
And as you move in, his body kind of goes
as a loaf is
Liquid.
As a loaf is one to do.
Good.
Yeah. Think Luffy from One Piece.
And then, by the way, so we have
Lofi.
we have Eva, and also we have I think, 3 or 4 of kids' family or their
Oh, yes.
companions, right, with us somewhere.
I thought we stored them somewhere.
Did we
Did
store
we?
them
Okay.
in the magma room?
Yeah, I think they're
Well, I
in
bet
a...
they probably. I'm sure Eva and them probably followed or we carried them wherever we were going.
Yes,
pretty
Eva
sure
had
Eva left on the way
Eva had
out.
dragged those 3 into the same room with Loaf
Okay. Yep. They're
to protect them as you guys
Oh,
went to the other room.
Oh wow,
Yes,
Eva.
that is what
You're
happens.
so strong. Well, she has
God,
got
Eva, am I right?
She has a disc,
Eva is the
a
best.
Yeah.
magic disc that can carry weighted things. You guys go to sleep, very tired. Some of you worse for wear. And immediately when you get into Loaf, the cold, kind of stagnant air seems to kind of be pushed away, and inside you feel it's like warmish glow. It's very comfortable inside, and the fur inside of him is just so plush and nice, but it's also sturdy. It provides support while also being very
slept
soft.
this well in years.
Skid, you're by the door, and Kelwise, you're staying up as well? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Okay. Both Skid and Kelwise, both you guys...
Is Loaf stretchy enough for me to like take some of Loaf's and like cover myself with like a blanket?
You almost don't need to because it's so kind of like
Could I?
warm. Yeah, I mean his hair is pretty long and shaggy, so you could probably just cover yourself with some of his fur.
We just sunk into the fur, like we're just dressed like Cornelia goes.
Yeah.
Just like a love sack.
Kelwise and Skid, roll me a perception checks.
10.
Perception 11. Good.
An 11.
Good.
Yeah, we're
Should have stayed up.
Skid and Kelwise, you guys are up. You guys hear those footsteps periodically, kind of opening doors, walking back and forth through the halls. It's impossible to tell, but this being seems to be murmuring under his breath, and it's hard to tell what they're saying with the door to the north of you closed. It seems to be some kind of it sounds worried, but you hear doors opening and closing. Really no regard to any kind of stealth or subterfuge. This thing just seems to be wandering through.
Okay. Out of curiosity, does the walking sound any different now than it did earlier? Like, does it sound less uneven, or is it still just uneven?
It sounds almost like a drunk person stumbling through a room.
Okay. Well, as long as they're not approaching this door, I'm just gonna keep waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys wait, and maybe it's a couple hours pass, and the walking seems to have stopped. And it might just be your imagination, Kelwise, but it sounds like stone grinding. In the distance, you hear something almost like some kind of mechanism grinding, almost like a whetstone moving across a blade.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's a new sound. Have you heard that one before? I haven't heard that one yet.
Not here.
But you have heard something like that before?
Right, because you said it's like a whetstone on a blade?
Similar, but it sounds like deep within the tower. So it's more muffled.
It almost sounds like sharpening a weapon. But like if it was coming from deeper in the tower.
Do you think it's a weapon?
I'm not sure, because weapons are usually made out of like a metal. But then so was that guy stomping around is made out of metal, so what if it's him? What if he's like rubbing himself on something? Maybe. Or he's fighting someone? Or it could be like a door, like a metal door that's opening against stone.
Oh yeah, you know what? It does start. It sounds a little like a door.
Be what other things would be made of metal in here? Some technology.
Does it sound like it's to the south of us or to the north of us?
Almost sounds like it's coming from downstairs.
It sounds like it's coming from downstairs, which actually is a little concerning to me because
Downstairs.
that's where I think we dropped the floor out of earlier, and
Kelwise,
led to.
roll me another perception check. Roll me an investigation,
the floor's
actually.
coming up. Is the floor coming up?
I think the floor is coming back up, which is not a good
That's not
sign.
good.
Really bad to get to reroll ones. Investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 16.
Ooh, a 16. As you kind of look down that way and you start to listen for the stairs. It's hard to tell where it's coming from, but something in the back of your mind, something looks different about this hallway. You can't quite pinpoint what it is.
Hear me out. This might sound crazy. The hallway looks different to me. What if that sound is maybe us rotating?
Rotating. Because wasn't the golem or that statue facing a different way earlier?
I don't know. Does
Roll
Kelwise
me.
know?
Both of you guys roll me a intelligence check.
I was wondering why Jaymes had said that. I was like,
Yeah.
facing a different way. Okay.
I mean, we came in from the north. I thought it was facing south before.
Intelligence check 12.
Yeah. 13.
Yeah, you guys look at it. It's impossible to remember at this point. You it feels maybe off,
through
but
a lot of trauma
you
since
just don't know. Yeah. It's been hours and hours since you've been in here.
But it do sound, if you think that the hallway looks different, then rotating makes sense. Don't know if the dude was facing a different way. You almost remember. It was really close, probably, to remembering.
And Skid, you start to hear footsteps again wandering up the hall.
Yeah. I'll get ready. Okay.
As you guys wait,
should we wake everyone else up?
Well, Rezek's gonna wake up either way from the alarm.
Yeah. Good point. Okay. Yeah.
You look at the other side.
Yeah.
and you hear kind of what sounds like a mumbling mess. Oh no, 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 no. Kind of start walking up the hallway, and you hear that statue, offering the coin. No, it's all wrong, it's all wrong, it's all wrong, it's all wrong. And it starts to stumble back away from the door.
Said it's wrong though. I heard that. I'm terrible at reading lips.
What if we made a sound for him to come in?
Well, then he would know that we're here. Wouldn't it be better for him to not know?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. What if we made a sound that didn't sound like a sound? Like, what if we just dropped a rock or something? It sounded natural. Like...
But that would still draw them here, and I don't. If we do we want him to go away? Do we want to catch this guy?
Oh, I actually am not sure. I'm not sure if we wanted to catch him, or if we wanted to, like, to catch him, to talk to him, or did we want to let him go? I don't remember.
That's a good point. I figured if we could get the sleep in, and then catch him, that would be better than
Sleep. Shh. Sleep is more important. Okay. Yeah. No rock dropping. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay quiet. I sit back down.
Okay, you sit back down.
And you hit a rock.
No sounds. The whole room quiet. Four hours pass. Nothing else seems to pique your interest. Sound-wise.
Like, do you think it was the rotating? I ask like 4 hours later. So anyway,
it brings up an important question. If this room rotated or the tower around us rotated, if we leave this door, isn't it a different place?
I'm not sure.
Like maybe everything that we've done so far will be different.
Wait. If he went like right up to the door, it would have sounded Rezik's alarm, but that didn't happen. So were we rotating in a different? The alarm is now in a different room somewhere else.
That's crazy to think about.
Right, because he put it outside of the door.
I think he put it on the door, so if someone tried to pass through
I
it.
put it on like the
Oh.
entranceway to
Never
this
mind.
room.
But Skid doesn't
I
know.
just realized he put it on the door, and that's my bad.
I don't know how magic works either. It's strange.
It's really weird.
Yeah, he just does things. I mean, he wasn't a dragon like 2 weeks ago.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I know.
But actually, I kind of do, because I remember Trust when she didn't have a spider butt.
Changes. Really weird. Happened a lot.
Did Cornelia have an eye before?
She did at one point.
Okay. Wow.
And I wasn't missing a pinky.
Oh. That must be really hard compared to everyone else. Your life must
It's
be
not.
difficult.
It's you know,
It's hard.
worse things have happened, honestly.
My deepest condolences to you.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of it's a little harder to cast now. I'm a fisherman.
Oh, you're
I don't know
into
if you knew that.
fishing.
I am. Yeah. We
And,
haven't really met.
You guys hear a sound from right outside the door. Who's there? Oh, there's someone in here. Oh, no. At the door. Rezik, your alarm shoots off.
Who is there at the door?
Oh, there's people in here. And
go.
you guys jump from the sides of the door, grab this being. Roll athletics as it tries to escape.
That is a 13 plus 8 is 21.
19.
21 and 19. You both grab this creature and pull him into the room with you. And it starts to struggle like crazy. Winding around. Cornelia, Trust, you both wake up. It's loud as this thing starts to wail in the room. Oh!
I'm gonna headbutt him. I'm gonna headbutt him to try and knock him out. I'm gonna headbutt.
this creature, and its body just goes limp. And you start to see, as you're holding it, you see a being with what looks like 4 arms, 2 arms where legs should be, kind of haphazardly put together, and the creature eyes kind of misshapen and off, one of the eyes kind of sticking out of like the top of its head. As you've knocked it completely out, its body starts to slowly almost dissolve into like a sand, and over the next minute or so its body just kind of dissolves, and there's just a pile of sand on the floor.
I didn't even hit him that hard. What did I do?
You did it again. You did it again.
I hit him with my head. I didn't even use my hammer this time.
It's true. We were trying to be
To
gentle.
learn how to properly knock someone out without just.
Oh, Isaac, Foot did say that the avatars, they are pretty easy to squash and crumple easily, so I don't think
Oh.
it's Skid's fault.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
this
yeah, I've
doesn't
seen
count.
them.
This doesn't count.
I've seen them
Guys.
like tip and fall and like destroy themselves before. They're not great.
All right. So.
I don't
Does it
think
look-
I can be responsible for it anymore.
Looks like,
like
and,
this.
and like you know, like my eyes are getting pretty like chapped. So like someone else is gonna have to take over the watch.
Okay, you can rest.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't aware you were watching anything.
We were watching.
No, like that. And he points to the gargoyle. You can't not watch it.
Oh, yeah, I
Right?
forgot about that. Yeah, we can't not look away from that thing. Wow, I forgot
we just
entirely about
assumed,
that.
We just assumed that, but we didn't ever confirm.
That's what the gargoyle thing was. Oh, I remember there was something with it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just have been attacked by so many things in the
I
interim.
have
that
no
I've
idea what you're
forgotten.
talking about. I don't even remember gargoyle thing. A lot's happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. Oh boy. How about this? Eva, myself,
Yeah.
and someone else will stay up for this round, and someone will watch the gargoyle, and the other two will watch out for another one of these avatars.
All right,
All right.
I got this.
Okay, thank you. I'm traditionally not good at these.
Did the creature that just dissolved? Did anything get left behind, like a notebook or anything that?
No,
anything
it seems to just be a pure pile of sand.
I'm gonna gather some of the sand.
Okay. It's
nice.
it's pretty coarse. It's got like a orangish, beigeish hue to it.
Oh, here's a vial if you need one, by the way, just if you has a cork on it there.
Yeah, so good morning, everyone, by the way. It was
Hello.
sort of a long
Wait, are we
Night-
done? I thought I didn't. It's only been 4 hours. Right?
Yeah. Well, you know. Time to split it up, I think. We need to relieve Foot at the very least, right? Hey, did anyone hear a grinding noise while you were sleeping, by the way? Anyone?
My teeth.
I'm back asleep.
We heard the sound that sounded like almost like a whetstone,
They're not patient. They're not.
and I'm not sure. We weren't sure what it was.
Yeah.
So just keep an ear out for that.
All right,
Yeah,
but
like-
who's watching this thing? Because I keep blinking, and you know, as I keep blinking, it's not good.
I watched.
Yeah,
the,
we'll
uh,
have.
I watched the
We'll have.
gargoyle.
All right,
We'll
I'm going
watch
to
it.
bed, and
Mr.
poof,
Foot.
he kind of disappears into a corner of the ceiling.
Unless you guys need me to do the door thing.
No, that's fine. Even I can take care of that. We'll just kind of, if anything comes, we'll just
Are you,
attack it together.
do you want me to stay up?
No,
I don't
no, stay-
really.
no, You've
You
done
should
enough.
sleep.
I have done enough. I killed some. And I just,
Oh.
I'm like upset,
dear.
crawling into Loaf.
Oh, goodness.
You crawl
If it
into
helps
loaf,
at all, it's not real. It's just a
No, I-
spell. It's okay.
and like the best chamois
Oh my.
around, Loaf's fur just absorbs all of your tears.
Because I'm cuddling the stick of my. I'm like my bottom's like sitting on like the hammer, and I'm like cuddling the stick.
Oh, what a sight.
All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'll stay up. Eva will stay up. Cornelia's gonna stay up, and we're gonna kind of just take turns watching for any more avatars and watching the gargoyle.
Okay.
Good luck.
Cornelia, you watch this gargoyle, and you don't hear anything like a sound of metal being sharpened or anything like that. Whereas like you and Eva, the same. You don't really hear anything for the first hour or so that passes. Roll me a perception check, all of you.
Even me? Even if we're asleep? No, just the people awake.
No,
that makes
just the
more
people
sense.
awake.
23.
17.
Okay. Cornelia, you notice something very, very odd, and it might just be a trick, but it's like you're watching this gargoyle, and you could swear that every time you blink, it moves just a little bit closer.
Closer to me.
The most minute amount closer. Yeah. Rezik,
With
you and
any-
Eva are up waiting, and maybe an hour goes by, and you start to hear something wobbling around, kind of bumping into walls and such, and you hear chattering. Those beings in paintings on the wall start to talk wildly. Hard to make out what they're saying.
So it sounds like a humanoid is kind of walking around and accidentally
Hard to
hitting
tell.
some of the paintings. Okay.
Starts to sounds like something is stumbling around in the hallway, and those paintings start to chatter amongst themselves.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just tell Eva to just keep as quiet as possible. Be cautious here. Could be approaching, but not making a move yet.
All right, and Eva kind of gets ready to cast a spell. This goes on for maybe 30 minutes or so. Doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon. And Cornelia, you're trying the best you can. Roll me a Constitution check, Cornelia.
Would it be a saving throw or just a regular?
Yeah, saving throw.
All right, cool. I get +1 thanks to trust. So 14.
You do a pretty good job. You keep your blinking to a minimum, and it seems like the less you blink, the slower this thing goes. And it's moving. You're still not even sure if it moved. It might have been microscopic. When you hear all this chattering going on down the hall, and that being creature still kind of wobbling back and forth, bumbling around in the halls, seems to walk down the hallway and off into the distance, but the chattering continues.
Okay.
Another hour kind of passes, and that being starts to wander around again, and you start to hear it almost panic. It starts to walk faster and faster and faster as it's kind of barreling through this hallway. And that's when you hear all the paintings suddenly go silent. And you hear that bumbling creature hit the ground. And there's no noise. And as you're listening, you hear something walking down the hallway. As you start to hear hooves ever so slowly walking through the halls.
Okay. If it comes near us, I will kind of activate, but if not, I'm just gonna just keep staying quiet.
Okay. Yeah, and it seems to just be walking and patrolling the halls.
Okay, and I'm also kind of whispering over to Cornelia that's like, whenever I hear anything like that, I'm letting her know immediately as well. But yeah.
Okay. Another 2 hours pass. You still hear that every once in a while the hooves walking through the halls, and that's it.
I'm watching this gargoyle, like wishing I had 2 eyeballs so I can blink one at a time.
That would be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys all kind of wake up feeling refreshed. You guys all have a long rest under your belts.
Cool.
Hey,
Neat.
Swiggy. Swaggy.
Thank God.
I'll use polymorph and turn into smaller red dragon again.
Okay.
We hurry up and get going.
Agreed. Yeah, everyone, just so you know, we did hear a lot of people walking around. We heard like one person kind of stumbling around and they eventually fell. I think they might have died in the hall of paintings. And then after that, we heard the clompy clomp guy walking around the hallways as well. So just be careful. Let's maybe just wait a little bit and take our time with this.
No big metal guy though, huh?
Wow.
No metal guy. Yeah, that was good.
That's weird. Hey, really quick, what happens if we leave this room and stop looking at this gargoyle? Because I can't remember.
I don't know what happens if we stop looking at it. It does seem like it's moving though.
I also
What?
don't remember.
I don't know.
hey.
I've never in general, I think it just goes back to waiting. I don't know, because I can't be in the room not watching it. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. You can either be in the room watching it or not be in the room not watching it.
Yep.
So, so if you're in the room not watching it, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Only.
Don't know I'd be in this room. Thing's
Well, we
pretty
wasn't-
scary.
We wasn't in the room before, and nothing weird happened, and then we came back in the room, and it was doing its thing.
Yeah, because I was watching it.
Yeah, but not when we weren't in the room. You weren't watching it, you were with us.
Exactly.
Well, I was in the room watching you.
No, before we was all in the room,
Yeah, so was
you
I.
were... Okay.
Fabulous. All right. So, are we going to go to the big bad monster room now and get the last tooth? I guess, or
I suppose
Yeah.
it's time.
All right, so just
All right.
know that it can hear really well. All right, it can
Gargoyle?
smell really well, and it can
Oh, the
see really well, and it also can sense tremors around it. So
okay.
just
he
don't
see?
do any of those things. Yeah, it can see very well.
Okay, so all of his sensors are just really good.
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah. You just do something that doesn't trigger its senses.
Okay.
Or you can try and overload it and one of you be a distraction to get torn to pieces and the other one try and grab the thing in time. Or
Okay,
take the barn
or-
and throw it towards the door and then get torn to pieces.
So, when we was in the hallway and you were there with us before you disappeared, you were
Yeah.
also in this room staring at the gargoyle at the same time?
Well, yeah, I was following you guys for quite some time after I took over Callaway's and tried to trick you guys and join your party. From way back when, and then I was hiding in this room because I thought this loaf thing here was going to tear you to pieces, but for whatever reason it really likes you now, which is quite an achievement. It doesn't really like anyone, and I was just hiding up here in this room, and then you guys came up and then you guys talked a bunch and said a bunch of things, and then you guys left, and then I followed you.
Right.
Quick question. Is the beast that's in the other room, does he look like Loaf?
No,
Is
it's
he the same type of creature?
No, it's much bigger. And it's got no fur. It's more just pure muscle and mounds. And it's got teeth all the way around its body that are fangs and such. It's imagine if you had a body made of saw blades, but they're teeth instead, and then you could move extremely fast, and you could like see and hear and smell really well, and you just had like an insatiable bloodlust.
Right.
It's hard to imagine.
Do we have any like decoy bodies we can throw in there?
There's three of them right there.
No.
Oh yeah, no, I can't use them. Forgot.
Can you maybe you can distract him. Foot, you can go invisible, make a bunch of
No.
noise.
No, I
Wait,
can't
didn't
do
we-
that because
Didn't we fight another creature with like teeth? So when we found this guy, wasn't there another? No, we took the tooth out of him, and then he liked us.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if it was similar.
Got it. Right. Okay.
Okay, well then if he like doesn't do well with overloading, you guys have magic that can make sounds?
Oh, we can
What if-
overload him.
What if we just overload him?
I think
Sure.
it's possible.
Is there a way for us to make him like just get overloaded and then just break down?
break down.
Yeah, sometimes. What? Yeah.
I don't know. I just stay out of that room.
Or is there a way we make him like kill himself?
Oh yeah, that would be great. How do we make him do that?
What about how big is this creature? Like how?
Like very big,
So
like bigger than Loaf,
the boom boom.
bigger
stick
than
would
this
not
guy while he's
stop
big.
him. That's really big. All right.
Yeah,
big.
it's big. Yeah, it's big.
Where would you put its intelligence level? The kind of a higher intelligence, or kind of a low dummy dumb? Or...
Yeah, no, like I haven't really talked to him much. I'm sure he's got lots of like great theories about life and such, but I just don't stop and talk to him very often.
What is actually his duty here? What does he do in this room?
Duty.
But usually like takes all the bodies, I think, and like absorbs what he needs, and then throws the rest of them down that pit hole over there.
Okay. That's
You
the
guys
one.
saw it, right? All the bodies falling from the ground
Yeah.
and the splatting and stuff. Yeah, so like anything it doesn't want to eat, it just throws down that pit and it gets eaten by the little creatures down below. It's where all the failed experiments go. Not like the super successful ones like me.
Right.
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 Mm-hmm.
Well, I like the overwhelming it, overloading it idea. I think that's pretty good. We could maybe work with that. We've got a bunch of sounds. We could make smells.
One distraction.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a couple of like sand socks with like perfume in them and stuff for
Oh, that's
like
smart.
bombs or something. I don't know.
I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
We have Karen root or flowers or something to that effect, which make your smell go away. So I'm going to hand those out to everyone.
I'm
And then
so smart.
before we go, I'll cast Pass Without Trace on all of us too. So don't let me forget.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay, and you have just enough of that Karen root to kind of cover everybody in the group, as you guys all kind of
Yeah.
use up that.
That and some more. Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, there is like if you don't move at all or make any sounds or like anything like that, sometimes like I think it can't notice things that are like not moving.
Oh, what if? Wait, Cornelia. How many people can we make invisible together?
I can only do one still.
I
can't do two until like 4 more levels, which will never happen. So
I think I can make 3 people invisible. Yes,
wow.
3. I've 2 additional. Yeah, I feel like when I think about it, like I can have me and 2 other people invisible. Like when I think really hard about it.
We're missing one for that then.
But where's it can fly. How high is the ceiling? Oh, a distraction. Well, I was also thinking though, maybe if I don't go invisible, I can like spider crawl on the ceiling, and then I can cast shatter, which is like a really loud noise, which I feel like would overload one.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Is there a way for us to blind him?
Ooh, yeah. Do that. Blind him.
Yeah, actually, I do have a blindness deafness spell, but I am afraid that maybe it won't be able to work if it has a very hardy, solid constitution. But we could try it.
Oh, wait! If I think I can, I haven't tried it yet. I don't think, but I think I might be able to make an area very, very incredibly, completely dark. But if it just like rampages, runs around, and just it could just run right out of it. So I don't know how helpful that would be.
Also, if we're trying to get the tooth, it could make it more difficult to get the tooth from the body.
Right.
You can't see very well unless you have magical seeing.
Do we know where the tooth is? Is the tooth like on the guy? Is he just chilling in the room somewhere?
In its
No, I've actually never seen it. I just assume because I don't know where the last tooth is. That's like the only place I haven't been, except for his tower. So I'm just assuming it's in there. You know.
Well, if he's covered in teeth, there's a really good chance one of the teeth is.
Yeah, there you go. That's sound logic.
Yeah, completely logical.
Okay, well,
all the time.
so
That's
you all
what
know,
they say about me. Logical trust. There she goes again, being logical.
Always the most logical of all of us, trust, as usual. But yeah, just so you all know, my plan going in is I'm going to definitely, like Trust said, fly around, make a lot of distraction, probably use an illusion to make a duplicate of myself to really distract it, and I'll try to maybe blind a definite. We'll see. That's what I'm going to be doing. So,
can anyone like this? Forgive me for not knowing. Can anyone make themselves really, really hard, like rocks, maybe, or do we have something maybe like just that we can cover in rocks, sort of? Because so hear me out. If you've ever bitten down on something, it's really, really, really hard, and your tooth gets a little chip in it.
Give him some hard candy.
Just yeah, exactly. Like a jawbreaker, like like a lemon drop.
Wait,
something.
Wait, but we don't want its teeth. We want the teeth that are on its body. I'm confused.
Well, because if it breaks its teeth, then it can't eat us as easily.
Oh, well,
we get something stuck in its mouth to keep its
What if
open.
you wise?
That's pretty smart.
Wait, who has the stick that shoots out the stuff?
Me. Well, it shoots ball bearings.
No, don't we have one with a web? Boom,
Oh, yeah.
boom, webby web.
Yeah.
Well, if you shot it into its mouth, then wouldn't it be like all blah, 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 blah?
Well, it's like made of mouths. It's got like 300 of them.
Oh, I don't want to fight this thing.
Oh no, you're not gonna fight it. You're just gonna sneak in. Some of you guys are gonna get ripped to shreds, but some of you are gonna get the tooth, hopefully, right?
Are we sure if we need this last tooth? Have we even put the other ones in there to see, like, what if they're supposed to be one missing?
We have not tried that.
Yeah, you can try that if you want.
But Foot did say he's seen people get smashed in it. Maybe that's what happens if you don't have all the right teeth.
Ooh.
300 mouths is a lot of mouths, but you have to imagine if there's 300, they're all pretty small, right? Could you imagine 300 big mouths?
I mean,
yeah, it's
if
like
we opened the door, looked around, closed the door, then figured out what we wanted to do once we know what it looks like. Because if he's being kept in there through a door.
Yeah, except for that thing's not wandering around the halls.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be invisible, most of us. Pass without a trace. This flower, so that's a few senses. hopefully we can sneak in. Well, look, we have to make a quick decision outside the door, and then
Quick decision.
we're good at quick decisions.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Okay, well, there's nothing to it but to do it. So let's put all this
I
stuff on.
mean, if you
bodies
really
and
want to, it
become
might
hard
be
to
easier.
find.
If you're like really trying to sneak in and sneak out, it might be easier if like one or two of you go in instead of all of you, because you're all a bit noisy. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
but if some of us are invisible, that probably is good. Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You could just be like invisible, make no sound, make no waves, because it like senses the tremor, and have no smell.
And
Yeah.
what if? Okay, so hear me out. He eats things, but he spits out the things he doesn't like, basically. So what do you think he doesn't like? Because maybe we can make ourselves taste like that, and then he would be less
I
inclined.
don't
no,
want to
I-
go in its mouth at all.
I think we'll
I
see.
think
Yeah,
it
but
just-
you know, it's a last resort.
It just like eats its fill, and when it's full, it just deposits the rest.
So maybe we just need to feed it.
Yeah, there's 3 bodies right here. It'd probably fill it up. No,
only
no, that's a
doesn't
bad
eat.
idea.
Anything else?
I mean, you can try and feed it. I don't know.
All right. Well, it
Really
sounds
kinda-
like Foot is proposing that maybe one of us goes and sneaks over there first and checks it out. So do we like that plan, gang, or do we want to skip that and all go over there? What do we think? Let's put it to a vote. Who wants someone to go on their own?
Oh no,
I
no.
thought that we were gonna have 1 or 2 people sneak in, and everyone will be right outside the door. So we'll just sneak out, and they'll be there in case there's trouble, and then we can make a quick decision right outside there, outside the door.
I think that's fair. It gets 2 people in, you check it out, they can quickly leave if we all need to run away very quickly. We can help if we need to, and hopefully no one gets eaten.
Sound good, Foot?
But it doesn't break us all up,
Yeah,
which is
you
good
guys
because-
let me know. I'm gonna stay here and watch over Loaf just to make sure nothing bad happens to it.
That's
And then I'm
very
gonna
kind of you.
keep an eye on the gargoyle.
Hey, Foot, can you make anyone else invisible besides yourself?
No, you're not as good as me.
And your sister? Hi, Eva.
Eva does not have invisibility.
Yeah, I would probably have Eva just stay with the bodies, protect them.
I just have to run it by you guys. One more option. No, we don't want to sacrifice Skid's family,
No.
but Loaf would probably be quite a snack.
No!
And you say Loaf,
started
and he
hitting
instantly
Kawhi.
jumps up and goes,
And he can't.
he
fit
starts
through
to
the
lick your
door.
face.
That's cute.
I don't want to do that unless he can't fit through the door. That's why he stayed here.
Well, he stayed here, but maybe we can make him small enough to fit through the door. And I don't know. I was just thinking out loud. Don't hate me.
Quite literally giving you kisses.
might.
And you're talking about
He might be able to
Offering
if you like
him a
really
silver
like
plastic.
stretched him and then bent him, because he's very bendy, that you might be able to get him down the hall.
We can have
Sacrificing
a
Loaf.
fake snack. We can have like an like a illusion snack that'll distract him.
I don't think an illusion stack's gonna work, but you know, our big cat bus over here might just work.
How is this the worst thing you've
Yeah.
ever said?
I'm
It's
just
no, I think Kelwise is right. They'll probably fill it
Oh.
up a ton. Yeah,
All right, let's take a vote. Who's in?
I mean, let's be honest. Do we even know if Loaf here even has feelings?
How
Loaf
can
could
not?
just
No.
be a figment of our imagination.
you have
We could
feelings.
all just be like totally like hallucinating that this thing is here. Who's to say?
Hi, Loaf. Come here. Come here. Do you have feelings? Do you have them? Loaf, do you want to die? Loafy.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do a lot of
Use your
things with
words.
strategy, and we've
Do you
done a lot
want
of
to
bad things in
die?
the past. So it's with the first, but I think that this little guy reminds me of like I feel like Pup would love this creature, and he probably shouldn't sacrifice it. They would probably hate that a lot.
I also love this creature and don't want to sacrifice it.
well. What are we? We're leaving it here. Otherwise, it's just gonna be stuck in this terrible tower from now until
We're
the
not
end of
taking it
time.
with us.
How are we gonna get it out of the castle? Barely fits down the hallway.
We're gonna make it smaller.
Didn't Rezek just make himself smaller? Can't he do that to Loaf?
I can.
him out?
Yes. Sure. Yes.
It seems like a great way to travel. I don't know how you guys usually travel, because apparently you're not always a dragon.
Yeah, flying ship typically.
Yeah. It flies. It's a ship. I know.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Imagine like a boat.
okay.
But
Yeah, no, I know what a
through the
ship
air.
is. In the
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
Okay, you're right. And, I am the Lord of Adgrad.
What?
You want to hear the crazy thing? We actually had to kill not kill, but we had to go on this giant creature that was floating in the sky that had a huge horn, and we had to knock the horn off and attach that horn to our ship in order to fly. Yeah,
It's
nuts.
actually true. I did see it in Calwise's memories. Not lying. They called it the
It's
Oki Kanuka.
Who are you?
right. I don't know anymore.
I'm
honestly.
Foot.
No, not you. I mean, like, the general sense of yous. Who's
Oh,
are
we're-
yous? Okay,
we're
it doesn't
Cornelius,
matter. Okay, Cornelia.
gross.
You named an entire. You're all named after this one. Whose
They're
idea
our
was
leader.
that?
Well, it was a group decision.
Yeah, they're our kind of our team captain, so it makes sense.
Okay, Captain. What are we doing with this
I'm the
then?
captain, actually.
Okay.
And I say we feed.
I delegate.
I say truthfully that we feed the cat bus to the mouthy guy. I don't know.
And nobody second that. So.
Yeah,
No one did.
I'm
No one did.
totally-
No one hated it except for
I'm
Foot.
with him.
Thank you, Foot.
I think I
What if we
vote with
got-
the majority on that one.
The other guys that are going through the hallways. What if we lured them into the room? And sent them
Oh,
to make
that's
things?
actually genius. I love that.
I'm pretty quick. I can hop pretty far. So if I'm able to lead them into the room,
Yeah.
I can probably hop over the beast,
Yeah.
and the beast can eat
Um,
those guys.
And then instead of
Okay.
sneaking in and checking it out first,
No. We do the check-in first, so we know where the truth is.
First, yeah.
I think. You think. Sorry. Cornelia.
think.
No, Cornelia.
We think.
no, I like.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good plan. That's a good
Yeah.
alternative.
Cornelia.
option.
First check it out, and then after that, try to lure the clippy clap or clappy whatever, lure the knight into the room with the monster to get eaten, hopefully, and then use that to our advantage. That would be amazing if we could do that.
Yeah. Bonus points if we get some of these sandbag guys too at the same time. They're probably
Oh yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, there's.
I feel like we could just trip him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really messed up. Okay.
Skid, but remember they're not actually like they were made from sand, they go back to sand. Like it's not
Okay.
like killing a person. Like it's different.
Yeah, like how do we know like that this one here, this boss boy, is not made of sand as well?
Might be sand.
I pinch him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's made of sand.
Okay. You've made your point.
Yeah, of course it's not made of sand. I said so.
I pinch Foot.
Yeah, that's like very not funny because it hurts my skin.
Oh, maybe.
And he crawls back up the wall and disappears into a corner.
By the way, I mean the loaf could be the perfect person or perfect creature to carry the people we're saving. By the way, they're basically like a bus, right? So they can just carry our unconscious companions.
Yeah.
So we need them.
Which I like.
So which of our 50 plans are we doing? I'm just
The plan is go over there,
People
check it out,
sneak in.
and then after that, hopefully trap the night guy.
Bring that guy in there. He can eat the Clippy Clop.
Yeah.
and
I have
then
no one here
Whoever
really
would be
cares
He's
about
just-
Clippy Clops.
distracted. Wait, what? What?
Nothing. Nothing.
And then while he's distracted, we try to get the tooth. That seems pretty good.
Maybe after it falls asleep because it's in like a food coma because it ate the Clippy Clop and or a cat bus and or the guy on the Clippy Clop and or
It's
a
not,
metal.
it's not
night guy.
happening, Kellwise.
And or
It's
some
not
I
going
wonder.
try to make cat bus being eaten a thing. It's not
Okay.
going to be a thing.
Do you guys think that this mouth creature really is very strong, or what if he's just like not strong but fast, and no one really has a chance to hit him back? And what if he turns to sand?
Why don't we try the what is scouting thing first, so that we
Yeah.
know these things and then can
True.
formulate the right plan?
Oh yeah, no, that's what we're doing. I was just
The one
added
thing I
a
will
different
say
thought.
in the opposite to that is every creature we've found in our travels that was like, let's say 10 feet tall was also equally strong, incredibly strong. Very rarely have they been a pushover, but also very large at the same time. Usually they don't go hand in hand like that.
Okay.
Just have to speak from experience. The bigger they are, the harder they are to kill.
Harder they.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
we going?
Yes, we're
Fine.
going to go.
Yeah.
So do all the things and the stuff to make us harder to be able to find, and then we'll go.
Yeah. Yep. Rub these on yourselves. And I'll cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
Okay.
So everyone gets plus 10 bonus to stealth
Stinky under
checks.
there.
Okay.
Ew.
Do the scouts want to be invisible?
The scouts?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those that are
aren't-
actually going in.
aren't
probably.
people looking
Who's gonna go in? Who has
Wait,
good eyes?
foot, left, right, foot.
I have a
What's-
good eye.
What?
Can this creature jump, or is it just like a ground creature?
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming it can like eat things from the ceiling and stuff if it wants to. I don't know.
Great. Okay, just checking. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you happen to know how big this room is, Foot?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a very large room, and there's the long hallway that goes westward to the big pit that drops the things into.
All right.
Oh, guys. Remember
Oh,
back in the remember back in the pit. Well, you weren't this kid, but remember back in the pit in Capital City when we tricked that giant. What was it again? It was like a.
Oh yeah.
Was that a three-headed creature, or was it like some kind of weird beast?
Chimera.
Yeah. It was following us, and we like went to the large pit and like tricked it into like kind of like push it. Actually, I think Trust pushed it into the pit, and
Pup
it fell
rode it.
down. Oh, Pup rode it. So
Rode it
could
into
that
the
be a thing
pit.
we could do to this guy? Just like trick it to
Isaac?
go and like,
Isaac,
what's up? Yep.
hate to poop on your parade, but we don't have a fucking pit in here.
He just said that there's a pit that it throws things down.
It's true.
It might be a
It's
chute.
like a room. It like drops things down that big chute.
But
But you
it's
saw
not
in the other
anywhere
room.
near the beast's room, is it?
But it's in the
The
room.
floor.
It's just
The
far
floor.
to the west. It's like a big room that they used to use for something else. They kind of took it over, and then there's a big hallway that leads to the big hole in the ground. It drops things like into the floor below.
How
But
big
what
was
if
the
it?
chute?
What if it flies? What if it has wings? Like, we don't know yet.
Well, that's why we're going over there first.
Are we?
I think so.
Okay, Trust patience is grown entirely thin. Let's go.
All right, you guys are all going through the door.
Yeah.
And I cast invisibility on myself. I assume I'm going in. So
Yeah, I would go in as well. That's what we were deciding. Who else is going in? I would go in, but I have no dark vision, so I feel like
Oh,
someone with
no.
dark vision would be better to go in.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision either. I mean,
Sounds like
my
dragon.
eyes are a light, but
I have
Yeah.
dark
I think I have-
vision, but I
like-
also I feel like if I'm gonna cast invisibility, I should use it on like the max amount of people I can turn invisible. But
Yeah, you should
I
definitely.
do have dark vision as a dragon, so I could potentially.
Yeah, but you're a big target.
but you could be like a very high distraction while Cornelia observes.
You don't make
Well, as a red
waves.
dragon wormling, I'm your guys' size. I'm medium size, so I'm not actually like very big right now.
But if you can fly, you won't make like footsteps. Like I imagine this thing is like Toph from Avatar, and every time someone takes a footstep, it has like the echolocation like coming off of the ground.
Ugh. Yeah.
So that's why you actually.
I was thinking more of like when we like, kind of just like peek. We're just gonna like kind of peek and look and then go, right? We're not gonna go inside of the room yet.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. I was saying we don't go in yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna peek from the door.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. All right, cool. Are we there yet?
You guys open the door, Cornelia, slowly. The door swings open. Instantly, you start to sneak through, and despite being completely invisible and silent, that statue offers you a coin. As you move out into the hallway, you see a faint blue hue. As you see a creature float past the hallway, huge, clad armor pieces held together by wisps of blue smoke. The knight from the painting, feet not even touching the ground, floats across the hallway, an apparition.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to pick up when we come back.
Ghost Knights!
Come on, break!
Okay.
Thank you everyone for hanging out. We're gonna go on a quick break, and then we're gonna find out how to kill Cornelia. So don't go away. We'll be right back, and I will be back in a little bit. Don't go away. Bye.
Bleh.
Oh, listen to this music.
Cool.
It's so
Lovely.
nice and
Peaceful.
lovely. Yeah.
Like the rest of tonight.
I'm ready to die now.
Right.
It's a nice day to die.
You
Like
walk
the
in.
rest of tonight, right?
The beast with all of the teeth is actually 6 inches tall. It snarls at you. You flick it. It dies.
Oh, I should have read the inscription. Why?
We
What does
win.
it say?
Pup comes
Actual
back.
size.
Game over.
I think there was a magic item called the like expositional jug I read about someone made, and they were like, you have 4, or it was like you have 10 words. Anything you say becomes real.
Oh wow. Ooh.
And it was just like it was one of those end of game like the deck of many things. It's like the game's over. Let's just throw the whole campaign away. I can't remember what he said his players did, but I was like, that's kind of fun. Anywho, Cornelia, this ghastly apparition floats by, not making a sound, and you wait, and about 30 seconds later, you start to hear, and the hallway again lights up with a bluish flame as a clop starts to walk through. This creature with stripes down its back, 4 legs with a long neck, but fire all down its back, and these dark, deep, almost evil eyes as it walks slowly, almost prowling down the hall.
I throw up. I'm kidding. All right. I'm just waiting. And when I feel like I don't hear him anymore, I'm going to start to creep.
And it seems like you wait and you watch, and these 2 just seem to be prowling the halls.
But you're invisible, right? And you have pass without a trace.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're invisible. And you're quiet,
know
you're not
where this-
moving, but
Do we know the other way where the door we're
The
supposed to
door
be
is
going?
on. Yeah, you're on the east side of the hallway. This kind of donut-shaped hallway. It's on the west side. It's on the complete opposite side.
All right, are we moving? Are we all going still? Or should we keep the invisible or the non-invisibles in this
Are we
room?
not all going to?
I think we all
through the
need to
door?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah. Not all of us need to go in the door, but we need to get to the door.
These guys
Yeah,
might
agreed.
be circling the hallways, so keep that in mind. You might be seen. So we have to be quick.
Should we go behind them? Do you think they'll double back, or do you think they're going in the same loop? Because we could just follow them and, never get spotted.
True.
But if we have to stand at the doorway,
Maybe
They'll
you guys
still
could
have to
keep
do the whole
rotating.
loop to get back there, so it gives us time if we follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's about
All right.
30-ish seconds in between when each of them cross.
Okay. All right. You guys can't see me, but I'm waving my hands to move forward.
Yeah. Cornelia is saying, let's follow.
Yeah, you guys
Tap.
tap. All right, you tap.
I'm gonna follow on the ceiling.
Okay.
Who's visible actually?
Everyone
Right
except
now.
you right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Everybody roll a stealth check.
Ooh, can I hold invisibility in case the guy gets hears us and looks like he's gonna turn around? Can I hold invisibility to pop it off
On yourself?
Oh wait, is it touch? It's touch, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is touch. Okay, never mind. I'm on the ceiling.
28.
21.
36.
12?
Plus 10?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
You don't have any pluses?
And you don't-
Dexterity?
Oh, sorry. 14?
There you go.
I'm on the ceiling though, so I won't incriminate y'all. I'll just be like, what the hell is up there?
Yeah, maybe it's meant to be here. It's a weird spider thing.
You guys start to move through the hallway. You head south as they're moving in a clockwise direction. In this donut-shaped hallway, you head south, and you move all around the south end, past that door that held the tomb. You can feel the heat radiating off of it as that magma is still filling up the whole tomb room. You move past, and Cornelia, you turn a corner, and right at the north end of that hall, you see that knight who has turned around and is looking down the hallway as if something has tripped its senses. Now, deep down the hallway, you still hear that clop slowly walking around, approaching.
So the knight.
Oh,
The
they're
knight's
separate.
maybe the knight's maybe 50 feet away. The door is 25 feet right in between you, and the clop seems to be walking still, slowly gonna come around and turn the corner.
I thought he was riding it. Okay, I get it now.
What do
I'm
each of
going
you do?
to whisper to the nearest person and say, the knight is at the corner, watching the hall.
Cowwise, what do you do?
With that information, would I know if I were to pass across the hall, he would see me if I were to duck into the magma filling room?
That room might be completely
Filled?
filled at this rate.
I was going to say we could cut off the party that's following us with the magma, just open the magma room and just go forward, but
You can try that. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to chance trying opening the door, it does open
Into the hallway?
Into the hallway, yeah.
Okay. I grab my cloak,
we won't
basically.
be able to go back way too.
Yeah, it traps us from going one way, but it traps them from going another way, so we can't get split up.
Will it fill hallways with lava eventually if it just keeps coming out of there?
That's an amazing question. If it fills all the hallways with lava and this entire place burns down, don't we sort of like win anyway?
Good plan. Just open the door.
So I take my cloak and I wrap it around.
Okay, you wrap it around.
Wrap it around the handle, and I try to open it.
So you guys all see Kelwise just. You hear Cornelia whisper something to Kelwise. Kelwise jumps back, grabs his cloak, grabs this door. The door handle immediately starts to steam and burn into your hands. Roll me a athletics to try and rip this door open as it feels stuck or almost sticky.
Wait, you're
Dirty
opening
20.
this door right there?
The dirty 20. You run back.
I didn't want to say anything.
The door crashes open as a very slow trickle of magma starts to slowly seep into the room, and the heat starts to radiate massively. Cornelia, that ghastly knight at the north end slowly reaches to its back, pulls off a large, what looks like lanced spear, and starts to slowly move forward. Skid, what are you doing?
I'm gonna prep to. I'm just gonna hold an attack on the dude.
Okay.
With the lance, if he gets close.
Rezik, what are you doing?
Okay, so just because I can't see the map, so like, could we like go to that door that goes to like the test tube or the big like tube room?
There is there is the center door. That door is past it, so it's maybe 30 feet up and to the right, and then.
Oh, it's past the night.
Yeah. No, it's not past the night. The night's maybe
Past the night.
20 feet away from that door. That door is slightly past the door to the west.
Okay, because we're trying to go to the test. We're trying to go to the tube room because past the tube room is the big bad monster guy, right?
The tube room is right in the middle of the donut.
Okay.
So you're in like a donut-shaped squared hallway. Right in the middle of that hallway was the tube room.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the west of that hallway, there's a door that leads to, well, the room that you guys are trying to get to. The south was the door into the tomb.
Oh man, I'm not able to. Okay,
I'm not able to imagine this.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Okay, so I think right now our only thing we can do right now is basically fight this knight. Basically, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna just straight up just fucking head towards him and launch off a blast of fire in his face. Just gonna start like just going as fast as I possibly can and launch off fire because I don't know where we are. So.
Okay, Rezik bounds around the corner. You start to rush up this hallway. You see this knight holding, held together with wisps of what look like energy, holding a lance. Immediately upon seeing you rush around the corner, braces for combat. Everyone roll initiative.
All right.
That's why I get impatient with plans
And
because
Rezik,
we
you're just gonna go
literally never
first.
stick to them. So I'm like, why are we spending so long on a plan we're not gonna do?
You guys hear that from down the hallway.
Because we never make it to where we're trying to get to start the plan.
Ever. We always have to
We never have all the
recalculate.
information, and it's plan B. We need to start coming up with plan. I don't know.
Yeah.
That might not work.
6.
either.
We need to make some more plans.
I know that we don't
I think
follow.
we do great improv.
What'd you get,
now.
Kelwise?
Well,
Yeah, we should just do things. I've got a 12 as well.
13.
Oh, 13. Well, Rezik, you're going first. What'd you get, Trust?
21.
Oh.
Wow. I think he's also holding an attack.
You are still holding the attack. If it comes near you.
It's too far away.
Yeah.
You might get 2 then.
I miss having range.
Okay. Rezik, you bound down this hallway at this hulking knight.
So with movement speed of just 30, can I get up to it?
No, because you'd be around the corner and he's about he's 45 feet down the hallway because it's a 50-foot hallway. So if you could move 30 feet, we'll say you were maybe 10 feet away. So yeah, no, unfortunately.
Perf.
No.
I'm going to go ahead and use Misty Step and go behind him about 20 feet then.
Okay, well, he's in a corner. So again, if there's a square, he's in the one corner of a hallway and you guys were right around the corner.
He's not rushing
I'm
towards
gonna
us.
draw.
Square donut.
Imagine letting us see a map.
Here is
Oh, thank
The
you
hallway.
for showing us what
Here's
a
where you
square
are.
looks like.
right. He is.
Wait,
The
is that a
knight is
donut?
standing in the corner here.
That's
Yeah,
no
where's-
donut.
Where's
You
the
guys were
donut?
right here around the edge. Here's the room with all the people getting sucked dry.
The tube room.
The door is right here to the west. The door is right here into this room. And then the magma is right here. Now this is all basically closed off.
And the door to the west is where you want to go into for the
Yes.
for the big bad monster.
Yes.
Okay.
Why does it
In that
say
case,
Kill Cornelia.
And Rezik, you could make it right. You could make it basically right to that door.
I'm gonna make it right in front of that door and let kind of like spread my wings and let the group kind of go behind me to go to the door. And I'm gonna basically, you know what I want to do actually? Instead of hitting this guy, I want to try to hit like the ceiling and maybe like knock a bunch of rubble down in front of him so he can't get through it. Or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bobby, that's smart.
Damn, Bobby.
Thinking of a
Roll.
portal.
How are you
Bobby
knocking
with
down
the
the
mines.
ceiling?
I'm gonna just like launch off this epic dragon roar and like fire just bursts into the ceiling. And I'm gonna try to like destroy the ceiling above.
Okay.
where
Yeah.
he's
You
at.
try and. Hey.
That's what it sounds
Like
like.
that. There you go. Right there. Yeah.
Thanks, Falcor.
Oh my God! You guys hear? You guys see this dragon breath shoot into the ceiling, trying to melt the ceiling as it drops down. Rezik, roll me a Constitution save. Just your Constitution check to see if you can keep up this fire breath long enough to try and melt a bunch of the stone to fall down.
On. Okay. Oh, a 16 plus 3 is 19.
A 19. Yeah, a big chunk of the ceiling crashes down, kind of blocking halfway through the hallway. There's still like maybe the top half and the big hole now in the ceiling that can be traversed over, but the knight can't readily just shoot down this hallway.
Okay.
Immediately after that,
just maintain that
Trust.
position.
Yeah.
You hear this
he's in-
crash. You're around the corner. Behind you, you feel this intense heat as the magma starts to flow into the room.
I'm on the ceiling. Do I still feel
Yes.
the heat? Okay.
Yes.
Is he wearing armor?
The knight is wearing armor.
I cast heat metal.
Okay. Roll damage.
So much fire going on. Getting hot in here.
3d8. Oh my god, where is it? Ah! Here it is. 4. That didn't land in my thing, but whatever. Great. I'll hold 6 damage.
Tight.
All right. Nope, I dropped my buck. He's dead. Okay. The metal starts to heat up. It starts to sizzle and burn. As that's going on, Cornelia.
Just so you know, it has, if it can't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. But
That's if you heat the weapon, right? You heated the armor.
is armor not an object?
Well, if you heat the armor, I believe it's like if you heat up. Are you heating the armor or are you heating the weapon? What are you heating up? I guess the being itself.
I was heating the armor. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. But I also can use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to cause the damage again.
I like
okay.
that.
I would say
All right.
object. Armor is an object.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is an
wearing
object.
the object. So.
I always read it as, in my mind, it was like if you heat the armor, he's taking damage, but the weapon isn't heated, so the weapon doesn't. Does that make sense? But
Yeah, no, he's not.
it could go. It could go
doesn't
either
drop his
way,
weapon.
and I'll.
If
No,
I
no,
had done the weapon, then he would drop it. But I'm not. No, he still has his weapon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just do the fair thing. Make it spend the next 10 minutes doffing armor.
No, it's. Yeah. All right.
Just like going.
Cornelio.
Yes, sir. So I don't want to waste this invisibility, and it sounds like you guys still want me to go check out the store, even though I'm going to activate another boss. Ooh. So I am going to sneak up to the door and check it out. Yeah, what does this door look like into the beast? First off, before I.
It's a pretty ragged, thin-looking wooden door. It doesn't seem special in any way. In fact, the hinges are almost kind of askew on this door that doesn't really quite fit. There are some gaps, yeah, in this door.
But is it pretty much dark on the other side, or is there any light coming through?
There's no light coming through the gaps.
Can I spit on the hinges and open it?
Yeah,
it always
works.
Classic.
Onto the hinges.
Just like creeping it like the tiniest bit too. So like I'm peeking through as I'm opening it. I'm not just like.
Yeah. So you open the door really slowly and peek inside, and to as far as you can see, you see this massive room full of what looks like broken and run down. There's like tables here and there, but what immediately hits you is this smell. There's a smell of like, again, this place is just full of rotting flesh and viscera, and as you look in this room, you see shards of bone and indistinguishable pieces of what looks like flesh just kind of splattered all over the room with dried blood and such. And there's this big, huge, like maybe 50-foot wide room that looks like almost like an auditorium of sorts, and it's very, very, very tall, maybe 30 feet tall in this room, and it shoots off down to the west and into the dark, and you can't really see what's past that, but you don't see anything resembling a creature of any sort.
Okay. Is it possible to send a message at this, or do I have an extra turn or any other move action?
Yeah, you can use your action.
I was going to whisper before I fully go in. I'm gonna message, or would that turn me invisible?
No, only an attack or aggressive offensive action.
All right, cool. I'll send a message to Rezik and just say I'm stepping in to the room. It is large and tall, and then I'll sneak in and close the door behind me.
Okay, you sneak in and close the door behind you. Roll me another stealth check.
Ooh, that's a 39.
39. Okay.
No big deal.
Kelwise. You grab the door, you opened it up, your escape is now kind of it will be blocked very, very soon, and as you open this, you see this magma flowing through. Immediately you see that clop turn the corner, and you see this angry guise fill its face and kind of rears up angrily and starts to charge at you, despite this lava that's kind of blocking half the hallway.
Yeah. Sorry, Daye. I poke an arrow into the magma, and I'm just gonna fire an arrow at it.
Okay. For those of you watching, it is not a horse. It is more akin to a zebra with a long neck.
A long giraffe-like.
Yes.
Neck.
Mm-hmm.
What color is
with
it?
With a tail of like a monkey. It's like a deep purple. It's like a really deep purple, almost black, with that blue flame riding all the way down its back.
19.
A 19 hits.
Okay, cool. And that's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Your arrow hits this thing, smashes into its body. It doesn't even seem to stop. This thing almost doesn't seem alive. It seems more demonic of sorts. It doesn't seem to bleed, even though that arrow seems to damage it as it continues to charge at you. Skid.
I got a second attack. I'm going to attack it again.
That's right. Okay.
Just for posterity.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And I'll dip another arrow in the magma and then fire at it again.
His one thing he has.
Yeah, it's my one thing, Jaymes.
I'm so sorry. I'm just so used to
Me
one
not
attack.
having any power. Yeah. 18? Does an 18
18
hit?
hits. It does.
Okay. And that's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
right.
And actually, for my
Again, the
bonus
same
action,
thing.
I'll cast Hunter's Mark on it because I didn't do that a second ago.
I mean,
but-
you did that right before you shot twice, right?
Oh, okay. Then add an extra 2 points of damage.
2d6.
Nah, just one.
Yeah,
Because if
two
you
is
cast
good.
Hunter's Mark first, you got 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, but I think it only applies for one attack of your 2.
Really? I thought it was all
I think
attacks.
It does. Let me double check. That I might be
That's
getting
right.
that confused with
That's
Colossus.
so
Slayer, actually.
lame. Come on, D&D.
Whenever you
I'm
hit the
pretty
weapon,
sure
you
it's
have
just the first
advantage.
one.
Yeah, no, I think you can. It affects every attack. It's kind of the only way that hunters can keep up.
Add another
other-
6 then. Yeah.
6
Another
damage,
8
alright.
points of damage total.
Oh, 8 points. Okay.
8 total. 2 on the first one, 6 on the second.
Yeah, so both of those arrows, you mark this creature in your mind and fire 2 arrows covered in magma as they pierce into this thing's body and start to burn it. Skid. Behind you, you see this clop barreling down the hallway, apparently attempting to charge and maybe try and jump over this magma now covered in 2 arrows. But to the north, you see this flaming hot night held together by wisps of energy with a lance, and this creature starts to hold its hand up high, and you see this flame burst out of its hand as it holds it up.
Cool. And Cornelia's going into the door. Let's see, we
Well,
got
you just
to
see the door in front of you,
open.
slightly open and slightly closed.
Yeah. So then I am going to hold an action to hit the clop if it does
Okay.
charge. Since we
So
have
it's about to jump over. So like if this thing jumps over, you're gonna like baseball bat it back onto the other side of the magma.
That is correct.
Okay.
Solid.
Well, you run over right next to Kelwise and you hold your massive adamantine hammer up with it looks kind of like a meat tenderizer, and you hold it up and you get your opportunity as this thing, and it has this deep guttural like sound, nothing like a horse as it jumps over the magma. And
The more you
get
say
your-
that, the better it is.
Absolutely nothing like a horse. It goes.
and it's got.
I don't even know why you're bringing that animal up.
You notice it's got 6 legs instead of 4.
Lies.
Very.
I'm like a horse.
Sorry, and then one more time. What sound was that making? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
It's a motorboat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna swing. What the? All right, I'm swinging.
Okay, this thing jumps. Its head comes right over that magma. Roll an attack. Let's see what happens.
That is a 12.
Oh.
Rolled a 3.
It hits.
Oh God.
All right.
Okay. All right. I really thought this was not gonna be good. That's 13.
13. roll me a contested athletics. You connect with this thing, and you try and use all of your might to shove it back on the other side as that magma is flowing, and that gap starts to small and smaller.
25.
It has a 16. Yes. So,
all right,
you hit this thing, and the force of your hammer completely changes the momentum and sends it flying back as the magma goes up. And you see this thing kind of crumple back behind, and then it stands up, shakes its head, and then as the magma kind of closes off that. Rezik, this thing holds.
Do I still have my movement?
Well, that was your held action, right?
Oh, I'm stupid. It happened so fast that my brain still thought it was my turn.
I'm just making sure. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
This thing holds its hand up and starts to slowly float towards you, Rezik, as it raises this flaming hand, and immediately it descends upon you. This black, almost purplish flame slams into you, and the entire hallway is filled with this dark, negative energy. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Did the rubble affect him in any way, or just kind of slow him down?
Yeah, I mean he's behind it basically, but he's held his hand up and he's cast this over the rubble.
Okay. I'm making a roll, you said?
Yes. Dexterity saving throw. DC 18.
For a dragon. Dex is 3 plus 14 is 17, so just underneath that.
17. You take 35 points of fire damage, halved, since you're a red dragon, and you take another 35 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Jeez.
This is the night?
And that knight
This
slowly,
isn't even the guy we're fighting.
as he's burning, takes his hand.
That was the night? Did you
Roll with disadvantage?
Well, it wasn't it didn't roll anything. It was a save on Rezik's part. You can have Rezik roll with disadvantage.
No.
Just kidding. He takes his hand onto the rubble and starts climbing up the back of the rubble that is blocking his way. Meanwhile, Rezik, you feel this negative energy almost withering you from the inside out as this thing is starting to climb this rubble that you've blasted down.
Don't like that. Okay. Fuck. What do I do? Okay. Let's see, within range. Okay. I am going to use. There's rubble falling down all around him right now. I'm going to try to find the largest piece of rubble that's falling down. I'm gonna kind of look around, see it, and I'm gonna cast enlarge and try to make it really big and try to make him hit him against the ceiling and trap him there if possible.
That's good.
Damn, Bobby.
That's next level playing.
Just
right
shoot
there.
up. Okay. Yeah. So you find a piece of rubble as he climbs over. He hits a piece and you enlarge it instantly and smashes him up against the ceiling. Let me see if he can roll a dexterity saving throw. And he fails. His body smashes against the ceiling as he goes toppling back, falling prone. Roll 3d6 damage.
3d6. Okay. See
You know what? 4d6. 4d6.
4d6.
That was where the D8.
5, 4, 2. So that's an 11 plus 6. It's a 17.
17 points of damage. Yeah, you smash him up against the ceiling. Anything else you're gonna do?
Let me just make sure before I say yes. That's all I can do. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
And that piece of rubble kind of blocks the hallway, making it much harder for him to get through. Trust, your spell flames on, surrounding this creature.
Okay, I'm going to, I mean, we're making a bunch of noise now, right? We've made noise. This is, you
Yes.
crumbled the ceiling. Okay, because I need to do something that is not. So I will do a thunder wave at him. Well, he's like on the rubble.
Yeah, but he's, let's see. You are approximately, well, he was 50 feet down a hallway. He moved 10.
I have to be closer.
No, I mean, how far? You were right around the corner. Rezik's about 25 feet down the hallway, and you're on the ceiling about 20. If you can move 25 feet, right? Maths.
Yeah,
How far away
I
can you
can-
cast Thunderwave? It's just right where you are.
It's 15 feet. Self. Oh, it's self. Yeah. So I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah.
I'll do Shatter on him
Okay.
instead. I will cast Shatter.
All right. And what's the save?
Con 16.
He saves, but still takes half damage.
Oh. Okay. Uh, 16, so 8 damage. And then I will use my bonus action to cast, to
Reheat.
reheat him.
Okay. Roll damage.
Reheat that.
Meanwhile, while that's going on,
Mighty
Cornelia, the door closes behind you, and you hear
9 heat damage. Chip it away, guys!
you hear nothing.
Jesus Christ.
The sounds from outside seem to be almost supernaturally muffled, almost far and distant. And in this room, your senses completely alert. It's as if the air itself dares not even move. In front of you, you see rows and rows of tables as this giant, almost gymnasium-sized room continues to the west and into the darkness.
All right. I will continue in, but I'm going to be looking for the tooth and everything that I think, paintings. I assume this thing could be anywhere, so just masks somehow.
Okay.
But
Roll
I'm
me a
gonna
stealth
slowly
check
creep
and
up.
a perception check, or an investigation.
So the stealth ends up being a 26,
Okay.
and then an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
An 11.
An 11. You start to move forward into this room, and it maybe not even 10 feet in, you start to feel ever so slightly your feet sticking to the ground. There's some kind of sticky red, almost thick
Floor is lava. The floor is lava.
coating
The floor is lava.
on the floor. And you start to slowly just slide your feet across it as if picking up your feet at all would make a noise. And you see a hallway start to form, a large hallway that cuts off this room, maybe another 20 feet in. But everything else is completely silent in the room. You don't see anything that resembles a creature at all. But as you continue, you do see like pieces of viscera just completely covering the room.
That's gross. Can I whisper again, super silent, to Rezik? I'm entering deeper. This place is
Sure.
gross.
Mm-hmm. Rezik, you hear that in your head. Cornelia, anything else? That was your action and movement?
Then I guess if I can just take a bonus action and just move a little bit farther in.
Okay. You take a bonus action, you move farther in, far down this hallway, about 60 feet. You see the outline on the floor of what looks like a giant opening, this pit they've talked about. And you see hanging on a chain over this pit a large tooth.
What is it hanging by?
it looks like
Are
just
from?
some kind of metal chain that is hooked to it and is hanging over this pit, maybe 30 feet in the air. And farther down, you start to see piles of bones and what looks like just mounds of flesh kind of all around this outer ring in this room.
Do I see any other teeth? Am I like in a mouth right now or something?
You've seen maybe a few things, chips of bone that could be teeth, that could have once been, teeth in someone's face at one point, but hard to tell as you slowly slide your feet, not daring to lift them as they would make a sound, and moving through the room on the ground now, disadvantageous of sorts. Meanwhile,
Jesus.
Kelwise, this clop was just sent flying. The magma slowly moving towards you, not really in any danger of it like overtaking you. It's moving pretty slow now that it's kind of fallen out of and blocked this hallway. You do hear and you see this dark purplish blue explosion light up, and you feel like this negative chaos kind of fill the hallway ever for a second.
Ooh, okay. So the hallway's entirely blocked for all intents and purposes in one direction.
Yes.
Now, okay. Okay, I think what I would do is I would probably put a couple more arrows into the magma, and I would head toward where I was looking north, down the other hallway where I knew danger was also coming from. When I look down that way, that hallway is also entirely blocked at this point?
Almost entirely. You see a giant mound of what looks like dirt and rubble, and then one big stone kind of just on top of all that.
Okay. I kind of just look around at everyone else in the hallway and go, what do we do now? And I'm just going to hold my action where I could sort of face either north or east.
East. Okay, so you go into the corner.
Down the, yeah, basically.
On the southwest corner.
Correct, yeah.
Of the donut.
Of the donut, yeah.
It's a donut, guys.
It's
a square
You drew
donut.
a square.
It's a square donut. A square nut. Okay, you hold an action, Killwise. Skid.
Yeah, so the clop's not coming back?
Clop
Great,
seems
blocked
cut
off.
off from this direction.
Great, I turn
Unless
around
it can
and...
get through magma.
Huh?
Unless it can get through magma.
No, it's just gonna turn around and come around,
go around the other way.
and we're gonna be blocked, and we're gonna be trapped.
Presumably.
And didn't Skid, like, if they were holding an action, shouldn't they get 2 turns, maybe? Because weren't they Skid?
No, it's your reaction. You get 1 attack. You use your reaction to trigger a held action. So it's not an attack. It's a held action.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
I know. It doesn't really make sense, but it's the rules, okay?
Yeah. Anyways, so I turn around and I see no Cornelia.
No
The door
Cornelia.
opens.
Trust on the ceiling.
Trust on the
Kelwise in
ceiling,
the corner with a
Rezik.
bow. Rezik kind of blocking a door, and then you see this massive pile of rubble kind of blocking the way forward.
I'm gonna go up to where the rubble is
Okay.
and hold a smack if he starts coming out.
Okay. All right. You do that. You hold your action. You hear almost this deep guttural wisp from the other side of this rubble. You hear from the other side of the magma. But nothing happens. Rezik.
Is he chilling on the other side of the rock, or is he pinned against the ceiling?
He seemed to have fallen off on the other side. It smashed him against the ceiling and then blocked the way, and he seems to have fallen behind it.
Okay.
And you can't with the rock that size now, it kind of blocks the entire hallway.
Okay. I'll look to the group and I'll just say, Cornelia's inside. Should we start heading in there? She said it's really creepy in there, or should we kill this guy?
Well, we don't have anywhere else to go except inside there now, and looks like he's trapped on the other side of us. So maybe
I can release that rock whenever we want to, but we can definitely go in this room if you want to.
No, I think we should save our fighting for the thing with all the mouths.
Great, let's do it.
Oh, you can just hold that there and can do other magic, and this just stays because it's just rock.
This is for a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So we're not going to use them to distract the guy in there, because I thought that was the point, was to get the.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
guy
Want to try that out?
But
in there.
he's really mad at us now. So if we let him free and then get him in this room, then probably both of those things will be attacking us and not each other.
And as you guys talk about this in the hallway, Cornelia. Surrounded by silence still in this room. You see that tooth hanging from a chain over what looks like a 15-foot diameter a hole in the floor. And it kind of exits into this big squarish room with the circle right in the middle. Just piles of bone and flesh and viscera and what looks like tattered clothing and such, just kind of all mounded around the corners of the room.
I am going to creep back to the entry, but the other way, and just keep an eye out for where the monster could be as I creep back.
You're going back towards the door?
Yes.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I have Cullen in my head. This is supposed to be a scouting mission. Why didn't you come back? Blah, blah, blah.
You found out the info. You got the info.
That checks out.
You good?
Stealth checked, 38.
Why do I roll? I don't even know.
Okay. Scared me. I was like, oh no, why is he still rolling?
You sneak back, silent as death, back towards the doorway.
Do I make it all the way to it? And I don't see anything? I don't see anything
you don't see anything in this room.
Wow.
You guys outside. You don't really hear anything other than an occasional coming from that south passage that's now blocked. What are you guys doing?
The door to the big like tube room is like a little bit behind us. It's like right over on the other side.
It's
in the
just,
same hallway.
It's 5 feet in front of you. Yeah, it's in the same way. So it's like just in front of you. You could go into there if you wanted.
Do you want to try to just maybe just try to sneak in, to go in there and like try to trick him into going to the other room? I can use an illusion to be like, oh, there's a guy in there, and then maybe he'll go in there.
I like it.
All right, get Cornelia first before we do this. But yeah, it's just
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to wait for Cornelia to either update us or come back out before we try anything else.
Okay,
that's where I'm at. But I do like the idea of bringing bait with us.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. Anyone else? Bright ideas?
Nope, just waiting for Cornelia.
I'm taking my sweet ass time. I'm kidding. I'm so can I sneak back out?
Yeah. So you open the door and you close it right behind you.
Okay.
That's a good sign.
Let's go over here. And I'm gonna like lead everyone to the other room, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to cast an illusion to trick this guy into thinking we're in that room. All right. Hopefully this works. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah, worth a shot.
So I will just kind of have our door like just a crack open so I can like see. And someone. Okay. Yes, I will leave it a crack open, and then I will release the enlarge spell on the rock, and I'll have a major image spell of
an open door. Yeah.
In front of like, and make sure the door's open before we go. Kellwise, and I'll just stand it and be like, oh gosh, and like freak out and then run into the other room.
Okay.
Into the room I just came out of, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully it tricks them.
I like it.
What's your DC? Your spell save?
The DC. Spell save DC is 15.
James is so mad right now. He's like, man, you guys are.
You see the
Don't forget,
knight
disadvantage on
slowly
attack rolls and ability check.
stands up, moves over this rubble, moves towards the door and opens the door. It moves for a second into the room and then pauses and just floats there, unmoving.
I'll have the illusion Kellwise just being like, "Oh God, guys, help!" and like he just keeps running in like kind of like scrabbling around and just kind of like being scared.
You hear the sounds of what sound like 1,000 shrieking beasts,
Oh my
and the
God.
whole room starts to shake as you hear just these terrible sounds come from the room as the knight stands and watches.
Maybe he'll think we're dead.
He just turns his head slowly, as if he was listening. He slowly closes the door, moves back over the rubble, and seems to turn around the corner, heading back down the hallway to the east.
Okay, wait. Let's see if the clop comes.
And every once in a while you do hear, because the south part of the room mirrors this kind of, is right next to the donut hallway, and you do hear from the other side of the room, still kind of huffing and puffing.
And the illusion Kellwise kind of just sticks his head out of the door and looks where the night went and goes, "Where are you going?"
And as that happens, you see what looks like small needles with mouths on the other end come out of the door, smash into the wall, breaking the very bones, going through the spell, and then they suck back into the room.
Kellwise disappears.
As your small Kellwise stands there, just still like smiling down the hallway, and
Okay, well that's not good.
You went in with those?
I didn't see that thing. I went in. It was a large room. I saw the pit where they bring the bodies down, and the tooth was hanging right above the pit on a chain.
Of course.
So, of course, it's going to hear us because it's a chain and all that. So, but there were a lot of dead, gross bodies, sticky blood, nasty stuff on the ground. Oh my God. It was really gross.
It's a real conundrum, guys. Trust?
Well, the world can end, right?
The magma will eventually take over. I don't know how long it will take. Could be weeks. Could be months.
Questioning more and more why we were chosen for this very important, very difficult job.
Yeah, Dresden. He's not here.
I have an idea, but it could take a long time, and time is not something we have. But if we got the rubble, put it against where the door is, and have the magma go into there, and just burn that guy, and then the rest can just fly in there and get the tooth.
What if we went to the bottom floor, since we know where it's at? We know that room is clear. We have
That room
the
was
tooth
not clear.
fall.
Well, it was full of like the little fleshling things, but like if you're conscious, they gotta be kind of easy to fight, maybe.
Will seem easier for sure.
Okay. So we from up here we cut the chain, and then we know where it's gonna fall, right?
Well, I mean, if we cut the chain, if we're going in this room at all, then we'll just take the tooth. But I'm saying we have trust doer heat metal from this bottom floor, and so we're not on the same level as this tooth guy at all. And then the tooth falls to us, and then we just come back through here and go to the mall creature.
Trust, what's your range on that?
I feel like I could probably get it about 60 feet away from me.
Yeah, so probably not from downstairs, but definitely from the door you just walked in, we should be able to get to it.
Or from the ceiling of that other room where she was before. Or like from the downstairs area. She climbs on the ceiling and shoots up. That could work too.
Mm-hmm.
Then we really don't have to deal with anything that's happened in here.
Oh yeah,
That
you got the
is
spider legs now.
absolutely genius skin.
Yeah.
Now the question is, can we do this? Because now there is a bunch of lava flowing around everywhere, and are we able to get back that way?
The other
or-
way.
Is there another
Could you
door?
carry us?
There is a door to the east of the donut room.
Is there a door through the tube room, or was there just one door
Yes.
in that room?
There's one door on the west and one door on the east.
Wait, we didn't go in either of those, right?
You guys went through the door on the west hand side of the room. So there's a room inside the donut, and you guys went and hid in that room. You're in the room that you had saved your friends in.
Yeah.
And there's another door.
There is another door to the east.
We can just go out the other door.
Trying to think if there's anything else that we could do here. Oh, when you were in there, did you see the beast at all?
Mm-mm. I looked for him,
Well,
but
that's another
yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
What if he can fit through that hole through the floor and can go down there? Because if you didn't see him in there, where else would he have been?
Yeah. Did he look like? What did he look like when we saw him in the door? Was he like a shadow? Could he have blended in with the walls when I went in there or something?
When you saw it stab through that illusion Rezik had made, it was almost like made of a dark pink flesh, almost like muscle.
And I didn't see anything that could have resembled that in the room.
I mean, there was kind of flesh all over the room. So, not
you think
really anything like that, but
it's a dumb question. Is the room the creature?
Well, you don't think that's a dumb question. That's a very fair question.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, that's probably what it is.
Well, yeah.
honestly.
Foot said
I mean,
Haberdash is the castle. I mean, maybe the room is the teethy monster.
mhm.
I hate this place.
Yeah, it's really a
not great.
drag.
Yeah.
Are we going down?
I think that might be the best option. It's
Okay.
a lot better than wandering into the room of death. If we come at the room of death from a different direction, it's probably going to be wise. And I'd rather take on the little whatever they are than whatever that is. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, we just got to make our way around the donut and hope we don't get caught by the other two guys.
I remember the fleshlings too. They left us when we entered the soul room, and we have all these souls in the jars. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Are they scared of souls? Because they only like flesh?
I don't know.
No, because they were attacking us too. So the actions, because we have souls.
Yeah.
Well, the room was basically there was like this giant cutout in the wall leading to a different like kind of dimension or base or whatever. So it could have been that they were scared of, like this kind of crazy void in the wall. But it could be souls. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It could just be that they don't go into different rooms too, right? All these things seem to stay in the room that they were made to stay
Oh,
in.
right. That was actually, I think it might have actually been like Haberdash's like old bedroom too. So that makes sense.
Follow-up question. If Cornelia was able to go into that room with the beast and be totally fine, if we all went in there and just dropped down the hole...
Well,
With the
but
tooth real quick.
if it goes back and forth up and through it, which it might, we don't know, and we do that, we'll definitely make a noise, and if it can jump down, it'll just jump on us and eat us.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to take a risk somewhere.
Oh
Where are we
God!
taking
I
it?
just thought of this.
Isaac!
If it is the room, then that hole is like it's digestive. Like it's like releasing its what it ate, basically. Maybe I don't know. I'm just sorry. That's gross. I shouldn't have even said that.
Razik, I'm gonna move past that. We're not gonna stay there. You can do the like, oh, we're falling. Oh, it's gentle now. How many people can you do that with?
I can do that with good question, Trust.
5 by any chance?
Because then we could do Skid's
I think yeah, it's
plan.
like 5 or
Because then
something.
we wouldn't make noise when we hit the ground.
That's
5,
true.
yeah.
So,
Because then we don't have to figure out how to go back downstairs because we messed up the staircase or like it
right.
dropped.
Yeah.
That could be a nightmare.
Agreed.
Then after we get the tooth, we could figure out how to get back up through the stairs, or we could, I don't know, have Trust carry us up one by one.
You know,
Like
all this.
throw someone up.
Yeah. Yep. Either of those. Presumably the chain that the tooth is hanging from is not a magical chain. It's like a normal chain as well.
No way of knowing.
Not really. Yeah.
You guys
I mean,
hear
we
a
could open the door
sound.
and have you check real quick.
That's true.
The door to the east opens, and there stands a knight held together with energy and a long spear. And that's what we're going to pick up next week. Well, not next week. Sorry. I'm going to be gone next week.
2 weeks.
That's what we're going to pick up
No!
in 2 weeks.
So,
Dang, I should have cast
We
check
lived.
detect magic. Sorry, guys. On that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
James really hates us. He was like, you guys keep figuring my stuff out too fast.
Let's end
You
this
guys
session
sat
so I
for
can
2 hours planning. I didn't change anything.
No.
No.
Everything here is written down, all right?
I don't know why we planned for so long. James literally never lets us get to the plan.
Fair.
Ever.
We need
Fair.
to plan in secret. We need to have James.
Yes,
Plug in
please
here.
do.
You're just like,
And
you
that
go
way,
away, we'll
when
call
it
you when we're
all
ready.
goes wrong, you can't blame it on me. You know,
We know. We have bad ideas. You put us in these situations. These impossible
All right.
situations.
No.
for
we
more
have
impossible
fantastic
situations,
ideas.
tune in 2 weeks at 7 p.m. Pacific on a Monday, and we'll get to hear all of the bad ideas and then play them out in real time, which is kind of what we do. We're Minus One Charisma. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you so much, everyone, and raiders who just came. We'll be raiding somebody else.
Thank you.
Thank you for the raid. You're lovely.
Please, everyone, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time on Minus One Charisma.
Sweet dreams.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.